I'm Laura, and I'm a customer success manager at a large tech company. My job is to make over 200 people happy. Right now, I'm fighting fires all day trying to stop my customers from churning. I really wish I could be more proactive.
Quantifai tells customer success managers who to reach out to, when to reach out, and what to reach out about. Quantifai generates a priority score based on automated analysis of customer events. Then we call out the most important behaviors to summarize the customer journey at a glance.
I used to waste a lot of time trying to guess which customers needed help. My time is better spent with Quantifai.
Software as a service is eating the world. Just as you have subscriptions to Netflix and Spotify, companies have subscriptions too, to products like Salesforce and Slack. And companies spend more and more money on these subscriptions. Last year, the average company spent over $300,000 on SaaS products. This marks a big shift in the software industry. Whereas traditional companies gathered most of their revenue from a customer for the initial sale, SaaS products get most of that revenue sprinkled over time as the company continues to renew. And as a result, there's a whole new role that's emerging called the Customer Success Manager. The Customer Success Manager makes sure that a customer is onboarded correctly and that they're happy and that they continue renewing. And this is actually one of the fastest growing roles in the world. In 2015, there were less than 5,000. In 2018, there's more than 30,000. And this role has grown 170% year over year since 2015. And initially, customer success focused on the high-touch relationships with big customers. Think of $500,000 contracts with IBM. And it worked. It turns out that having human relationships with your customers makes them happier and makes them keep renewing your product. And as a result, customer success is expanding to everybody else, the mid-market and the SMB. And while that's great for us as consumers, it's really, really hard on the people who have to make us happy. Because CSMs with many customers struggle to use their time effectively. Like, can you just imagine how insane it is to have to keep track of 100 different people and how to keep them happy? So we've talked to over 75 CSMs, and the struggle comes down to answering 3 questions. Who should I reach out to? What should I reach out about? And how should I reach out? And the good thing is that the answers are already in the data. So Sham might get a targeted ad through LinkedIn, get some marketing messages through HubSpot. He'll click around in the product, that's product analytics in Mixpanel. A salesperson will reach out through Salesforce. And finally, he'll buy the product, and that's logged in Stripe. So there's tens of thousands of events about every customer. And the bad news is that this is what the CS person sees. Literally a list of tens of thousands of events. How are you able to tell what are good behaviors, what are bad behaviors, and what do I need to encourage in order to make this customer more successful? It's impossible by just expecting this, but that turns out to be what machine learning is very, very good at. Quantifai connects with the customer's data, identifies which customers need help and how to help them. So specifically, Laura opens up a browser tab, sees a list of her 112 customers, which 5 need my attention right now, and for every single customer, what are some good behaviors, what are some bad behaviors, and what specifically can I do to make them more successful? So we can do this because we're a product-led team with deep data expertise. My name is Kevin. I just graduated with my PhD from MIT in data visualization and machine learning. Awais graduated with his MBA from Sloan. Before that, he deployed analytics to Fortune 500 companies with Deloitte Digital, and Guru sold his first company to HubSpot, where he was an early engineer on the CRM team. And together in the past, we've built tools that have let hundreds of thousands of people work with data. And we're really, really fortunate to be partnering with some of the fastest growing SaaS companies in the world to build a product. Thank you. They're amazing. The head of customer success for North America at a tech company that you have probably used said, "This is revolutionary. Right now in Gainsight, we can see the numbers, but not the behaviors." The head of go-to-market at a tech company that all of you have used said, "I freaking love customer highlights." And yet another saw immediately how it saves them hours every day. And the last piece of feedback that we really hooked onto was that once we showed them Quantifai, they immediately wanted to show it to other people in the company. Because it turns out that a lot of different roles, from product to sales to support, all care about driving better customer outcomes based on the data. So we want to go from customer success across B2B SaaS companies, but we don't want to stop there. Because once we start connecting with a customer's data, then we start saying, okay, what are the interventions that are effective, right? And we help CSMs be more effective, but also start learning how to provide a CS-like experience to companies who have too many customers to hire CSMs. There are even big companies like Netflix, so from the tens of thousands of B2B SaaS companies to the hundreds of thousands of software companies to the millions of mom and pop shops. Because at the end of the day, if you have recurring revenue, you have to understand customer behavior. If you have to understand customer behavior, you need Quantifai. Okay. So we're growing our team, we're growing our capital. If you're interested in either, we would love to talk with you afterwards. Thank you.